Students, today we all will be talking about the gene interaction. Now we were talking about the genetic characters which are exception to the Mendel's. That means Mendel has not discussed about those characters. Today we will be talking the another type of gene interaction. Last lecture we all had discussed about the incomplete dominance and codominance. So today we will be discussing about the epistasis. Now, what is this epistasis? Epistasis is the relation between the two genes. Now, see, earlier whatever things we all have discussed, where even when we were talking about the codominance and the incomplete dominance, which were not studied by the Mendel, but all these things were talking about only single allele, right? We were studying about the same gene. But today we all are going to learn something which is about the two genes. Means here there is interaction between two genes. We were talking not talking about the trait of the same gene. So this is interallelic we all are going to discuss. Now what is this type of relation is? Epistasis is a relation when one gene masks the another gene. Now you might be thinking, ma'am, when we were learning dominant, that time also one gene there was masking. So there was a masking, but in the case of dominant, that is the same gene. Understood? Same gene, different allele means chromosome number X and chromosome number Y both have a gene, and that gene is related to the suppose you can say the tallness. So that tallness or dwarfness, so it was between the same gene. So that particular same gene having the two different allele on two different chromosome, but here totally different gene is acting. Now why and how this type of allelic interaction happens? Sometimes some characters requires more than one gene to appear, like in most of the cases, especially in case of the flower, there are 2 3 genes which are related for the formation of the color. So if these genes are having a proper sequence, like say gene A is producing enzyme A, gene B is producing. Now here I have taken A and B to make this thing simpler. Otherwise, if we will start taking the or labeling the names of gene, names of enzymes, the things will become very complicated. So here the gene A is producing enzyme A, gene B is producing enzyme B. Now what are the enzymes? These are the protein only, or you can say the gene product. So when these two things interact with each other, so this particular thing forms a new thing, and this new thing or new color is called as the final color. So in the case of epistasis, what happened, one gene which is masking to the other gene, so the masking or you can say the more powerful gene will be called as the epistatic gene, and the gene which get epistat or which get masked, that particular gene will be called as hypostatic gene. Understood? Now what is the difference between dominance and epistasis? Dominance is the allelic separation. I repeat, dominance is the allelic separation between the same gene, but this epistasis is the non-allelic separation. It is between two genes. So whatever we are going to learn means this allelic this epistatic interaction, everywhere we all are going to make the dihybrid cross table. Understood? We require the dihybrid cross table which we learned into the previous lectures. So dihybrid cross table, that's why I was stressing again and again, I was giving you assignment that learn the dihybrid cross, because unless you will not be able to make the dihybrid cross table, it is going to be very difficult for you to understand this thing. Now when we were talking about the dominance, we were considering only single pair of gene, but here two pair of gene will be working. In the case of the dominance, recessive allele get masked, but here in the case of epistasis, non-allelic gene gets suppressed. So between two allele, so what would be the Mendelian ratio? It is going to be 9s to 3s to 3s to 1, right? We all have considered this particular ratio in the last lecture. But this ratio is going to differ because of the epistatic relationship. Now, first we will be talking about the dominant epistasis. In the case of the dominant epistasis,